Welcome back to Near Mid Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. I'm your host, the Astonishing Melanie, and today join me as I do an overview of one of my anticipated releases coming out this year, Daredevil to Heaven Through Hell Volume 2 OHC. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us this advanced review copy. It is set to come out March 22nd or 23rd, depending on where you get your books. And it is an OHC, which means this is as big as an omnibus. Here it is next to the first book. And with them, oh, that's not in the right order, is it? Okay, if you read left to right, this is what it looked like on the bookshelf. We have this wonderful piece of art by Julian Tedesco. And here's the back. It retails for $39.99, and again, here is the spine. Under the dust jacket, ta-da, is a Kiketo piece, who is the main artist on this book. And flipping around, we've got more of Matt's legs. His chucks. Here we go. Oh, he's on top of an ambulance. Oh, and look, his shirt. It looks like a little devil tail, the tatter. Well, Chichetto, you little so-and-so.
Devil would have been a good word to use there. How did you miss that opportunity? You little so-and-so? How old are you?
Should we keep that or should I do
Yeah, keep that. That's good.
So let's crack this bad boy open. And, of course, the author on this book is Chipperoony Zdarsky. And my husband pointed out that... yeah, that's the first thing Carnage says when he appears, when he is going to kill that guard. Yeah, so make of that what you will. I know Chip likes Spider-Man, so that's pretty cool, right? The beginning of this overview will be spoiler-free, just talking about what the events in issue 11, because it collects 11 through 20. And then I'll let you know when I'm going into spoiler territory. But in Volume 1, in the beginning of this saga, Matt Murdock is going through some growing pains indeed. Existential crisis with, in terms of, he accidentally killed somebody. He was out of control while trying to stop a robbery, is basically what it boils down to. So, Elektra shows up, is like, what's up? You're out of control. Spidey showed up and was like, what's up? You're out of control. And he's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm saying, it sounds like I'm being flippant, but no, it's like, it's very heartfelt. Along with that, because Kingpin is the mayor, Owlsley is trying to move in as Kingpin of New York, and it turned into a gang war with the Libras family and others involved, that things are being set up for later in the series. We've got Mindy, who's the wife of the son of Izzy, the head of the Libras family, who he was having an affair with. So there you go. He's in a very confused, distraught place in his life. And we've got other people in Hell's Kitchens who have taken up the Daredevil mask because he had given up the mantle because, he killed somebody. But they're stepping in to help people. He's very distraught about what the Daredevil symbol means and what it is that he wants to do to help people, and how with his Catholic faith, that how God has given us powers. What is he supposed to do with these extraordinary abilities? So even if you hadn't read Volume 1, you could still pick this up at Volume 2 knowing that kind of background information. Now, there are other artists on issues, but 11 through 15, I believe. Yes, and 19 through 20 are Chichetto, with Mobley 14 through 15 and Fornez 16 through 18. I just say it because last time it was a lot of Chichetto too. So he's the main artist to me. I love how he does Elektra's hair. It's all like so crazy body. It's awesome. And I like the way the costume fits on her body as well. I like Spotty's inner monologue here about how, like, the first time you see somebody like him move and jump 50 in the air, your brain, like, lags and stops for a second, because at least Daredevil was human and moved like a human, but he doesn't. And I love the love that Chip has for Spidey. Now, Woodard doing most of the colors on issues 11 through 18 with Ayakano on 19 through 20 and 15 Rosenberg. I just want to point out, I like these, like, I don't know what they're called, splash backgrounds, like just the gradient. I like the overall tone with the colors, especially with the backgrounds where you don't necessarily need to see specific things. They're at the airport, yeah. Let's get the feeling, right, of, with the colors here, of him kind of like walking off into the sunset. Or you don't need to, you need to focus on Spidey, right? So you've got this blue kind of speckled behind. It's enough details to be interesting, but not enough to be distracting. I'm all about simplicity in artwork, and I love these covers. That, I can't find necessarily who did these. It's not credited here, but it looks like a T, so is it, guys? You tell me in the comments, is it Tedesco? Him being the cover artist of this. At this point, we're going into spoiler territory, so if you want to skip to the end, click the timestamp in the description. You know, Matt's boy Foggy needs a place in this story, being all badass with confronting these crooked cops while, oh, I went past it, pretending to be on the phone with a lawyer for more cops. And yeah, he's a good guy. I'm glad he got a spot, you know, in the story. And he pops up a little bit later on. Okay, now, I also like how Wilson Fisk's story is juxtaposed and serves as a foil to Matt's when he goes to the richest people, the Schwarzen siblings with what are they called? Excuse me, the Stromwin siblings, the richest people in America. And Wilson's over here to join them for some kind of meal, I guess lunch. It was daytime. And Matt is fighting to control himself and the situation, and he's losing with those crooked cops that were beating up the normal citizen, everyday citizen Daredevil guy. Well, he's taken his lumps of, you know, this dude and others making fun of him, while Matt is taking his lumps, right? Elektra coming in to help Matt out. He loses it. He doesn't take it anymore, and he kills him. Very, very violent. And as you can see on this cover, that the fear in his eyes, he is scared. He calls up his right-hand man, Wesley, to help him out, to get the body out. And man, it's messed up. Go ahead and kill the janitor because he they forced him to help clean up. So that's definitely going to have repercussions. There is a short training montage. Oh, look at her hair. That's so cool. There's a short training montage with Elektra trying to get him, Daredevil, back to where he used to be in his confidence, and even better, a better man. It is really short. I mean, of course, there's a whole story to be told, but it would be cool if, like, it went on a little longer with the training, because it does end very quickly. Look, it's a Norman Rockwell reference. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Anything in a diner's a Norman Rockwell reference, right? Detective Cole, he's got issues too. Who is he? What does he stand for? He's got to uphold the law. But gee, the cops are crooked. And Matt's like, do you want to do what's right or wrong, or what's the law? And, you know, he's conflicted. Wilson is paying the price for killing one of the Stromwin's friends. We got Mindy yelling at him, saying, drop all the guilt. I just wanted to be with you. Stop trying to control my life. And Izzy Libris is teaming up with Hammerheck. She's like, we gotta fight Owsley. She's all about boundaries and respect in terms of the mob families and how they operate. So Detective Cole's like, you know what? I'm going to help people. I'm going to do the right thing. Screw what these orders are from up high. Oh, look, it must be Tedesco on them, because this is by him, and there's his signature. Yay, we figured out the mystery. Are you proud? We did it together. So, here's Wilson, not standing up to, I mean, well, kind of. He does fight back. The Stromwin siblings, because they're like, you know, we didn't care you killed your friend, but you did it in our house, so. And Matt asked Elektra, who very easily agreed to help break into the Stromwin's server facility in order to transfer a ton of money to Hell's Kitchen businesses. Oh, and then they make out, guys, because he's back. Fornez jumps on to do the art for this one, and I always love a good 9-panel page of a conversation going on. Detective Cole standing up for what he believes in. He's like, I'm reassigning myself. I'm not going to work on the superhero cases anymore. He is going after the owl in Hell's Kitchen to keep him from destroying the place, right? By trying to become the Kingpin. I jumped the gun earlier. What I was saying was them, Elektra and Matt, breaking into the servers to steal money. It was actually Matt confronting the governor who was being bought by the Stromwyn siblings. But, okay, so here you go. They broke in. But then he finds out, why did she agree so easily to helping him? Well, she took $1 billion for herself. And she's like, he'll be back. Zdarsky gives us another conversation of Matt with Sister Elizabeth. And how he's like, I keep trying to do good, but keeps backfiring on me, and I'm sorry. And I want you to be protected. That kind of thing. It goes back and forth. He's definitely conflicted with, am I doing the right thing or not? And that's really relatable. I know I myself second guess all the time. Now he is coming in just to confront the siblings. Like, why did you order to keep cops out of Hell's Kitchen? They were like, I spent like 30 seconds thinking about it. It was just a good business deal. We don't care. So he got his reasoning, which is horrible. Well, I guess a reason would be horrible no matter what. But to add insult to injury, that they just didn't care at all and didn't even think about it. The plot starts to pick up pace because the Owl's men kidnapped the little daughter of Mindy, the wife that Nat was having an affair with. I can't remember his name. The son of Izzy Libris. So Izzy Libris' granddaughter. And thanks to Detective Cole being like, screw it, we're going to go save a little girl. She is saved. And her dad is killed. But here is the exciting contusion coming up with issues 19 and 20. That the Stromwyn siblings have called in these fine folks to destroy Hell's Kitchen and just wipe it off the map. So we've got this big epic battle for the end of this collection, where, of course, the people who were helping out as Daredevil are going to don their masks to help Daredevil, Detective Cole fight against these supervillains. We see Rhino having a little bit of a conscience, being like, I have to give you 10 minutes, you guys get out of the church. Wilson Fisk hearing about it and being like, we don't know what he's thinking. And then on the cover, you can obviously see what's going to happen. They're teaming up, but not really teaming up. You know what I mean. Wilson's going to come in to save his city. And here's Typhoid Mary for you. She was Sister Elizabeth all along, being happy. And now she's out to lead Rhino away in order for Daredevil to fight Stiltman, Super Squad D's favorite supervillain, guys. Nice dramatic panel with Wilson screaming at him to stay off his citizens. Oh, he gets his sticks back from Foggy. So it's like, yay! He's come to peace. He's in control. He's the Daredevil. Everything is kosher, A-okay. But he's turning himself into the authorities because he is accused of killing Leo Carraro, the man's brother, this kid he helped out earlier as a parole officer. So he's turning himself in. What's going to happen? You've got to read on past issue 20 to find out. I'm not going to rate it because I gave up ratings a while ago. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to assign a number to a creative work of art. So I will say that this I highly recommend. In my video volume 1, I was like, you should teach it in school because there's so much going on in there. And this story is just, continuing in the same vein. A couple of times I did get lost in the, Matt going back and forth because he's so confused, right? He's not quite sure what what's going on in his head or what's the right thing to do. However, that's just like that. Oops, that's just a minor thing. And again, it's very relatable. Like that's kind of how I know that I felt for the past couple of years, and of course, not on this grand of a scale. And a lot of people can relate to. So, what did I say in the last video? If you're experiencing an existential crisis, pick up this book. Even if you're not, pick up this book. And that was the build, page count, and story of Daredevil to Heaven Through Hell Volume 2 OHC. Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comments below if you plan on picking this up, if you've read it digitally, and what are your thoughts on the story, whether you be a new Daredevil reader or a longtime fan. Again, thank you so much for being part of this great community, and as always, stay minty! Oh my gosh, what if there was a fanfic of Spider-Man and Zdarsky? That would be cool. Don't include that. I don't know where I was going. Omar, don't include that.
Okay.